Greetings everyone and welcome back to Caves of Cud, where we rejoin Plumber Smack, our level 5 mutated human Archanaut, and Cthulhu. Well, not quite a centaur, more like I'm not even sure what you'd say, because centaurs are typically horses, aren't they? Whereas this is much more of an elk person. An elk centaur, but that doesn't sound right. Nevertheless, we're moving on. Now, you can travel on the overmap, as you've seen me do already, or you can just move around like this. We've got a lot of things over here, don't we? Oh, my lord. We don't really need to play around with any of it, though. We can just move straight through and head out to the other side. Or we can go up to the main map and move that way. Oh, dear. What just happened there? The croc dies. I didn't even notice the croc. Well done, Cthulhu. Or me. I'm not actually sure. Was it me? I had no idea. Certainly I was fighting it, but we'll see. Any croc... Ooh, what we got? Lead slugs. Oh, I approve. Arrows. Okay, what have we found over here? Now, every one of these areas, each, like, overland map tile represents several of these areas on the zoomed-in map. And each one is procedurally generated. So you can often find lots of things to fight and use to level up with, or, in fact, to get food. Because many of these are water vine, so if we had the harvesting ability, we'd probably be able to get some water vine out of it. What have we got there? An iron mace. I don't mind taking that. But additionally, you can sometimes come across special areas, as we saw in the last 2 episodes. That was actually a pretty lucky find for us, really. But you can find things living there, fighting there, so on and so forth, and they'll be fighting amongst themselves as much as anything else. Right, let's continue on our way. Don't really want to fight the little life here. I would if I had some sort of mental ability to do so. I mean, I guess I could siphon their vim, but that has such a long cooldown, I hazard to do it. Let's go on up and around. I should have realized that that was probably going to be some central lake area. Let's have a look. Now, what I could do is allow Cthulhu to get drawn into a fight with something and then murderize it, so I just gain lots of EXP. I do believe you get a little bit less EXP when your companion kills things than if you killed it yourself. Not 100% on that one, though. Okay, here we go. What have we got? We've got Snapjaw Scavenger. We've also got a boar. Now that one will try and attack us. It's got an engraved club. Alright. You're going to die very quickly. Wow. You died exceptionally quickly. But that is an engraved club, which means it might well have a story on it. This item is engraved with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Muxes. At dusk, under a marvellous and moss-green sky, the people of the shrine at Shurshur saw an image on the horizon that looked like a brine bathed in moss green. It was Muxes. And after he came and left the shrine at Shurshur, the people built a monument to him, and thenceforth called him Brine in Moss Green. Okay. We're starting to get little bits of information about all of this, actually. There we go. Long sword first, grab those. Boar is mutilating things. And it's going to come from me. Wounded, badly wounded. It is dead. Hooray! Hooray, we are not dead. Another boar down there. We'll go and just deal with you. We're actually really powerful. Given that the levels that our ally has, Cthulhu rather, has gathered, Cthulhu is an ally, but it feels rude not to use their name. They've become quite strong now. And in addition to that, the Beguile is giving them more hit points, which makes them even more. A masterwork bronze shortsword. What? Let's have a look at that then. What does Masterwork do? This weapon scores critical hits twice as often. Causes bleeding on a critical as well. I mean... it's a difficult one. But I think we will equip that. We'll just see how it goes for a while, at least. Okay, let's continue on. Now, we're heading towards the Rust Caves. Get some other armor. and all sorts of good things. Right, okay, I am far too full right now. Let's chat. I would like you to take all of these things off me. Woolly cloth overalls. Not worth me having right now, I don't think. I'll take all those. We've got a lot of iron things now, though, which is actually particularly nice. We'll keep the blaze injector and love injector, just in case I absolutely need them. But otherwise, I think we're okay. Okay. Trade complete. Not sure if you even have a maximum capacity, because I can't see it. If you do, I don't know what it is. Okay, well, we've explored everything on this side. Time for us to continue on. Okay, what have we found? We have found not a whole lot yet. Anything down there? Little fire pit. A lit fire pit. A... what? A two-headed boar. Slavering muzzles snap at each other as it ambles around in choleric hunger. If you could help me, that would be great, because this is actually doing enough damage to worry me. Let's get a drain life on it, and then we can probably just out damage it. That fire is called a tree on fire. That's great. Beaded bracelet is nice. It's trade good. There we are. These were skillfully dyed and strung together by hillside natives. Very well. I'll take everything I can there. And that tree is gone. Right. And in fact, the fire is gone as well. That's actually not so great because I was going to cook. Hello. Okay, so the tortoise wants to fight. Now, the tortoise is actually quite capable of fighting fairly well. It's an irritable tortoise. They're a little bit hard to damage simply because of how much life they've got. Really? Can I not? There we go. Wanted to search that. Sorry, not life they've got. They've got just natural armor, as you'd imagine a tortoise would have. Right. A weird artifact and... wow! A huge canteen of fresh water. We're becoming rather wealthy. Stun gas grenade. Okay. We are becoming rather wealthy, though. Something I hope continues. Let's have a look. Anything more around here? Oh, hello. Yeah, you're probably all going to die. I say as I take a load of damage unnecessarily. I'm getting a little bit overconfident, I fear. Got some vine wafer and iron mace. Take that. Wood burnous, long bronze sword. Or bronze longsword, probably, more accurately. Alright. I'm going to say we're going to move across one more map tile. Ooh, now. These, the Equimax, they're fairly tough. They're... well, the description. The musculature of this strapping, tranquil beast is so pronounced that he looks as though the muscles themselves might burst through his rich auburn coat. Great tufts of white hair surround his massive hooves, which he rears every so often while he grazes. Now, the Equimax are fantastically good EXP because of how much damage they do. As a result, you probably don't want to get into a fight with them. But if you did, you know, you're going to get a good payback from it. Did I just use... yeah, I used my bloody rifle on that. How annoying. Oh well. The Equimax is just going to wander around murderizing everything down here that is remotely hostile. Which is good. But they would also do that to us if we became remotely hostile. So, you know, bear that in mind. Cthulhu gains a level. Well done, Cthulhu. Excellent. You're getting levels thick and fast, my friend. Let's take that out. Just in case they drop a kudzu stem or something. It's reasonable to pick those up. We'll keep on going. Okay. We're in the Tarry Desert Canyon. We have yet to find the rust wells. But we've got a couple of things to kill over here. Sure, I'll grab all those. And there we are. Gained a level. You are now level 6. You gain 3 hit points. You gain 1 mutation point. Oh, there we are. Gain 1 to each attribute. I got it wrong before. There we go. Strength is now 20. Agility is 22. Toughness is 19. Intelligence is 17. Willpower is 18. And ego is 19. We have 4 mutation points, and you know what that means? That means buy a new mutation. Yes. Now, when you buy a new mutation, you get 3 things to pick from. Wow, they're all mental mutations too. Force bubble. You generate a force field around your person. Creates a 3x3 force field centered around yourself. You may fire missile weapons through the force field, but so could other people. It isolates us completely. It lasts only for 12 rounds, but that might give us enough time. Disintegration. You disintegrate nearby matter. Area of 7x7 around ourselves. Damage to organic matter is 1d10 plus 2. And damage to inorganic matter is 1d100 plus 20. You're exhausted for 3 rounds after using this power. And confusion. Confusion is not completely implemented at the moment. Okay, that's good. You confuse nearby enemies. Affected creatures act semi-randomly and receive a -3 penalty to their mental abilities. I think of all these, do we want to go for something that's more protective or something that is more destructive? Force bubble is the... I mean, force wall is better than force bubble. I think we'll go for disintegration, but I'm a little bit worried that I would utterly destroy Cthulhu if I used that. And because of that reason, no, we're going to go with force bubble. There we are. Gained an active ability, and force bubble is now level 2, which means it lasts for a little bit longer. Okay, that's cool. Not bad. Got 120 points, though. Excellent. We could pick up a butchery now, which would be quite nice. We could pick up disassemble, which is definitely worth us getting. So yes, we're going to grab... yeah, we're going to buy disassemble. Now, the reason why I bought disassemble is because we've got a bunch of things around that we don't actually care for. For example, all of the items that I've got Cthulhu carrying at the moment, which allow, which I've mentioned I can break down into other components. Oh, and I just remembered. I said I would change something for the color blindness. I'm so sorry that I forgot. I got so distracted. I do apologize. Let me go and find that. Automation, auto get, no, user interface. Let's see. Dum-dum-dum. There we are. Display bits with alphanumerics instead of dots. There are small dots which express what the color expresses what kind of component that thing is made of. So by turning this on, it'll just be for colorblind. And disable full screen color effects. I would imagine that would just turn the effect off. Let me know if the effects are distracting in any capacity, and I'll turn them off if that's the case. But with the dots, it actually conveys important information within the game. So by turning that to colorblind mode, now you see that the lead cell has a DB1 as the indicator for bit. Right then, let's have a look at you. I would like to give items, or specifically, I'd like to take some items off you, but I'll also give you some as well. The moccasins, the witchwood wreath. Let's grab... all of these can go across to you. I would like from you all of the scrap, please. Take all that. I could break down the desert rifles, actually, if I really want to do into their parts. They're not as useful to do that, though. So I'm going to keep the desert rifles. Well, I'm going to take these two so I can unload them. But I'm not going to break those ones down. That seems a bit silly. Let's grab all of the food stuffs, though, because I can now make use of those. So, thank you. Trade complete. Right, so first and foremost, let's go into my inventory. Actually, oops. What the dickens? Someone really... Are you shooting me? You are. Wait a sec. Did... What? I've given you the... okay. So, Cthulhu has decided that the thing that they most in the world want to do is shoot people with their shotgun. I mean, okay. I'm not going to say you can't, but I really wish you wouldn't. I will take the short bow and the dagger and such, but let's just step back. Oh, okay. Cthulhu's gone off on an adventure. Cthulhu's gonna get Cthulhu killed. And I would be super sad about that. Hello. I would like to murder you. Thank you. Let's grab all of this then. And Cthulhu's off to kill more stuff. Wooden arrow, bark armor, iron dagger. Sure, we'll grab these. Now, the reason why I can't see all of the things that are attacking us is because it's actually dark. And I just can't quite see that because I've got light around me right now. Okay, this is a good enough place as any. Let's set up a little camp and let us preserve our fresh foods. So, I preserved 9 vine wafers into 27 servings of vine wafer sheaf and 7 raw pig meats into 21 servings of boar jerky. Nice. Now, let's whip up a meal, but we're going to choose the ingredients. I'm not going to use acid. I refuse. Actually, let's have at this point, let's properly look at our ingredients, shall we? So, we've got beetle jerky, HP-based effects on cooked meals, boar jerky, HP effects, okay, goat's jerky, HP effects, pickles, water and thirst-based effects, okay, scorpioc jerky, HP effects, spine fruit jam, damage reflection. That actually sounds kind of cool. Star apple jam, regenerative and healing based effects, vine wafer sheaths, water and thirst based effects to cook meals. Okay, so we've got a bit of an idea of what we want to make. I'm going to go for star apple jam and beetle jerky. And I think that's all we can add. Or maybe I can take more. Shouldn't be able to. Yeah, cook with the selected 2 ingredients. Yeah, I can't cook with 3. There we go. So beetle jerky and star apple jam. You gather whatever you can find for your meal. Some beetle jerky, some star apple jam, and a chameleon horn. You toss them in the pot and stir. You eat the meal. You start to metabolize the meal, gaining the following effects for the rest of the day. 14% max HP and plus 8 bleed resistance. I approve. With that done, let's go ahead and give a few items back over. So you can grab all of these. You can also grab all of this, realistically. I don't need to be carrying it with me. I'll keep hold of the grenade, though. I don't trust you with the... Why are you using my shotguns? It is so ungood. So remarkably ungood. Oh well. Those. It's good enough for me. Right, you can take... Thank you. Now, what I want to do is quickly unload the desert rifles. Unload and unload this one as well. And then we can give these back to you. Yeah. Nope. Go ahead, Drake. Good. You're Kendra. I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Alright, so that's not too bad. Let's continue on our way. That is a glow crow. Not something we need to worry about. Seems that our friend can see enemies from quite a distance. Let's take you down if we can, please. Take out the chameleons if they're posing much of a threat. There is 2 snapjaws dead. Okay, let's grab all of those. We're going to have a lot of stuff to sell later. Awful lot of stuff to sell. Hello. I'll take this one on. Nope. Come back here, you. There we go. Grab everything I can. Start moving back up to find Cthulhu. Glow crow corpse. A water skin. Don't mind getting more water skins. Ever. Iron ring mail. Not that good. Come back. Well, I'd like to talk with you. The caravan guard is engaged in hand-to-hand combat and is too busy to converse with you. Very well. I guess maybe you can converse with me now. Live and drink. Carbide shield. My lord, that's good. And a fullerite dagger. To say that that is amazing would be doing it a disservice. Look. A fractured razor-sharp slab of matte black material. Strength bonus cap is 6. And fullerite. Okay, well, we can probably trade that with you for trade goods, honestly. But we'll try and trade mostly other things. But we'll have a merchant around here somewhere, and that's why the merchant guard is here. Lots of things are dying, which is good. First, staff, short bow, painted bronze dagger. Take those. Bronze dagger. Ooh, that would be a star apple tree. If we had harvestry, we could pick up from that. We don't, though. So we don't need to worry about it. Take you out. Right, I have no idea which of... Oh, no, those are your carrying turtles. Very well. Are you caravan guard? Where? Caravan guard. Caravan guard. Well, I mean, I can check you all out. Oh, wow, you are a really good artifact. With that kind of price, it's probably something absolutely amazing. Where is the merchant themselves? Are you the merchant? Yes, Dredmor trader. Welcome, human. What do you desire? Press T or tab to trade. Yes. Let's have a look at what you've got first. Elastin gloves, elastin skin suit. My lord. Let's have a look at this. Okay, well, just gives a lot of dodge ability, but it's not really what we're aiming for. I want more armor than dodge. Lots of... Wow, okay, that's going to be some sort of crazy gun or like a freezing sword or something. Some bandages, a jewel-encrusted bronze dagger, carbide dagger. Very nice, expensive, mind you. Love injector, basic toolkit, silver nuggets, other things, some plastic trees. Okay, well, let's first and foremost have a look at the painted bronze dagger. This is painted with the scene from the life of the ancient Muxes. At dusk under a marvellous and moss-green sky, the people of the shrine at Shushur saw an image on the horizon. We've already seen that one, so that's fine. Alright, I would like... What are you? Come now, Cthulhu. How rude. You know what I am. Well, you should, considering you're travelling with me. We're going to grab a little bit of everything from here. Because I want to sell pretty much anything we can. Trade complete. I am so overburdened, I'm probably going to die. Right, trade. See what we can get our money up to before we do anything else. Bandages we don't need to worry about. All of this is fine to trade. Let's go through. There we are. And I'm going to say the painted shortbow maybe needs to go now. Do we really want a shortbow when we've got a rifle? No, we don't is the answer to that question. We certainly don't need one. Let's get all the way up here and sell the arrows. Okay, so... Steel short sword, steel utility knife. These are nice things, but we really want something more powerful. You got a silver nugget, I'll take it. Also take that. So this will give us a decent amount of items there, and then we can just trade those off to the caravan guard, I think. I would definitely like to purchase some slugs though. I could get some shotgun shells if I really wanted to. Sure. Okay, we'll get some shotgun shells as well. Alright, make the trade. I'll have to pony up 200... sorry, the trade will have to pony up 229 grams of fresh water to even out the trade. Okay. Yes, it is. Thank you. We are now fantastically, fantabulously rich, but we're also really heavy because of the amount of water we're carrying. Right, let's get up here. Now then. Which one of you fine fellas has the Fullerite dagger that I really, really would like? Do all of you have Fullerite daggers? Actually, you might do. Fullerite short sword. Much the same, though. Got a two-handed Fullerite long sword. My lord. There's the sniffles and sneezes. Oh, your home is on your back, friend. I can trade with that tortoise. That's amazing. Fullerite longsword and a scaled carbide shield. Nice, but I want the dagger. Tis the dagger for me. Actually, no. I want the short sword. No. There we are. I will accept this. I could trade it just straight up for water if I wanted. I could trade that away for a little bit more. Do I necessarily want to? This is an interesting question. The water is fantastically heavy. I don't need the water that I've got. So we've got way more water than we need. So actually no. We're just going to straight up trade that for 342 drams of fresh water. Yes. Trade complete. Thank you very much indeed. We could buy another type of weapon then, given that. So we're down to 60 drams in our canteens, which is fine by me. That Masterwork Bronze Short Sword. No. No, we are swapping. And just to remind you of the damage difference, this does 1d2 compared to 1d10. And a much higher potential for the piercing. The armor piercing value. Okay, well, with that in mind, I'm starting to think that this glow sphere maybe not the best thing to have got. We can have that, and we'll just have a much higher chance of doing some deep, serious damage. That being said, we could go ahead and trade for that dagger. I wouldn't be against it. We could easily get that. Let's go for the bronze ingots first. That's 100. 290. 340. Yeah, I could trade off a little bit of extra together if I really wanted to. And I see no particular reason not to, though. The nice thing with that is it does represent an awful lot of money. I don't necessarily want to get rid of that. We'll see. Yeah, actually, I do. I do want to get rid of it. Okay. 13 drams of fresh water, that is fine. And with that, we have now quite heavily upgraded our gear. I'm going to pop that one over here. The Fullerite Dagger, that's another 1d10 weapon. The Masterwork Bronze Short Sword can be replaced by the Iron Dagger instead. Alright. Actually, I could probably get back a little bit of... Oh no, okay, I can't. How about down here? No, you have no money. For some reason. Okay. Very well. Could I sell that for... No. I can't get anything back with it. That's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Oh, I could sell one basic toolkit, but it doesn't really do me any good to do that. I don't get enough back from it. I could sell some of my water skins, but I think we're good. We can move on now. I was going to say that I was going to need to head back to what? Okay. I was going to say we might need to head back just to get rid of some of the items that are clogging up our inventory. But no, now we do not. I'll give you the shotgun shells. Please don't shoot me. Alright? If we die because you're shotgun happy, I'm not going to be best pleased, Cthulhu. I'm just going to be honest with you now. That would make me kind of unhappy. I've discovered Ipsilatral, 13th Tamur. You know the location of Ipsilatral? Oh, these are ruins. Specific ruins. Okay. Not bad. Glow crows. Lots of glow crows. Ah. Now, one thing to be aware of. Ruins. Oh, really? Will you please stop shooting? No, I'm going to stand behind you. Now on. You are danger. And also, that's a really... but the thing with ruins that I was going to say is that they can... you shouldn't be shooting from that far at me. Please stop. Don't know what you're doing. Something is very angry. Kill them. Do you want to shoot them now? Okay. Very well. And you are cleaved. Can I take that stuff off you? Now, the thing I was going to say about the ruins. They can be very dangerous. In that... Yeah, I can just take the shotgun shells off you. I'll give them back to you at another time. When you've proven that you can be trusted with them. Trade complete. You can quite often find like turrets, sentry turrets, and much as with Cataclysm, super dangerous. Super duper dangerous. Not something you want to mess with at all. Oh, there we go. Exactly. That. Move. That over there is a traipsing mortar. This slender, spidery robot jaunts lightly, carrying a single slender tube which trails a thin wisp of smoke. Yeah. I'm going to hope that you can deal with it. Okay. Almost hit me. I don't want to die. Unsurprisingly. Well done for killing it. That is really good, because that was not something I really wanted to deal with. We got a bent metal sheet, okay. But yes, robots are super dangerous. And much like Cataclysm, turrets are probably one of the more dangerous things you're ever going to encounter. You're probably more, like, as you're making your way through the game, you're probably going to become increasingly more capable of dealing with problems yourself. At least the types that are the organic sorts. Turrets need special care to deal with, however. Oh, look at you. You're an electric snail. Don't electrocute me, that's rude. While Cthulhu's dealing with you, a square cap, cracked lens. I'll take those. Have you killed it yet? Go ahead. Keep going, hopefully. Have a look at you. You're fine. You're bloody, but you're fine. Snail corpse. I would really like to have a look at that shrine, though. I feel that shrine probably has some secrets. Water skin of Angel. 3 grams of acid. The water skin of the angelic shrine, really? Okay. I'm going to pour that into my lead acid cell. Look. A goat's bladder knotted. Adds simple acid-based effects to cooked meals. Oh, I've filled it up now, so I can't actually put anything more in there. I would like to have a look at you. Loosened skin blooms beneath matted feathers. No, no. I want to have a look at specifically the shrine. There we go. Shrine depicts a significant event in the life of the ancient Sultan Shaimud II. While visiting an obscure workshop, Shaimud II soldered an artifact that evoked the presence of a gleaming mote of light. She named it Motyka. Okay, we note a piece of information in our journal. Good. I like it. Alright then. I think we're up to heading down. Let's go and find out what's going on here then. These ruins are going to be dangerous. Hopefully we don't die. Underground level 1. What are we going to find then? Dread tubers. I'm sort of feeling that that glowstone would have been useful now. Alas. The blood dreadroot is dead. I begin bleeding. I stopped bleeding straight away though. Thankfully. That glowstone would have been super useful. My cloth robe. My night vision is helping out though. I'm never completely without light. But there are other things that would have cast more light than I'm getting now. Hello. Thank you. Bloody ivories. Death in here? No. Now, this is a fulcrete, a massive wall of ancient fulcrete. It's quite robust. Okay, we've made that. Oh dear. I don't want to be fighting. Let me up. Don't want to die again. There we are. Giant amoeba corpses. You don't often get their corpses. Well, the musket turret hits a 2 for 4 damage. I'm just going to stand here for a moment. I was just saying how you shouldn't be dumb and get killed. And then I almost am dumb enough to get killed. Not the best at times. What I would really like for you, friend, is for you to head out there as well. There we go. Try not to die. There we are. Gained a level. You're now level 7. 1 mutation point. Well done. And you're still fine. Cthulhu, how are you so strong? I just don't even. But it's amazing. That was 375 skill points. Truly wondrous in so many ways. I could have used Force Bubble, actually, if I'd really needed to, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, actually. I could increase that so that we do 4 hit points per turn, but I think instead I'm going to go for increasing our multiple arms attack level. So we've increased our chance to attack with every other arm by 2%. Okay, what level are we? We're level 7, that's not too bad. I could go for butchery at this point. Lay mine, you can lay down grenades as mines and set them as bombs. I mean, that's kind of fun, but no. But yes, but no. But, see, I've already got so many bits. When you choose ingredients to cook with, you can choose up to 3 instead of 2. Meals, yeah, we're going to grab this so our meals are even better than before. What are we going to find down here? We've got an amoeba, not a problem. Alright, so, duck and weave. Duck and weave. Thankfully, it's really inaccurate. Thank you so much, Cthulhu. You are injured though now. Okay, let's wait a little bit. You're fine, but let's wait for you to be fully healed. Still fine, because you've got ridiculous amounts of health, it seems. Okay, we'll move on. But let's be a little bit more cautious, shall we? What is this? It's a shotgun shell. Okay. Take these guys out while we can. And pick up the shotgun shell. You're not getting that, no. A mummified corpse, staff, slender leather armor, and an iron dagger. Ooh, slender leather armor. I believe that may, in fact, be better than what I've got. Yes, it is. Okay, we'll equip that. Thank you. Alright, let's have continue to have a look around. I don't want to fight a bear. Thanks. I guess I am going to fight a bear. Very well. Cthulhu gains a level. Cthulhu is getting stupidly strong now. Beguile. It appears that is an amazing ability, and I've been a bit of a fool to have neglected it for so long. Cave Spider. I mean, I've used it here and there before, but I haven't used it to quite this effect before. Let's see. What have we got down here? Usually I end up with Snapjaws as my companions, which are not the strongest. A diplomacy droid. A hideous specimen. Can I talk with it? Diplomacy droid refuses to speak with me. Oh, this is rude. Why would you do that? I mean, if I was true kin, I might have been able to just deal with that. We've got... it shouldn't be too hard. There we are, it's gone. Alright. But we would have been able to rebuke the robot. So it would have been easier. We've got 2 ways we can leave this area. We're only on level 1 of this cave. Let's continue to poke around a little bit. Now, being in the underground doesn't necessarily mean this is a dungeon. Okay, don't mess with the honey skunk. It is more dangerous than we are. And these snapshots had nothing on them. Wow, they were completely naked. They must have been starved, just charging at us recklessly. Don't they know how many of their kind we've killed? Bear. Oh wow. Let me have a quick look at that. Turn begins. Where did the turn start from? It's quite far up. I hit for a decent bit of damage with my full red dagger. And hit again with my other dagger. Take 0 bleeding damage. So we critted and that caused bleeding. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. Very well. Finish him off. Bear corpse. We might have been able to get something from that if we had... just killed another snapjaw. If we had butchery, but it's really not that necessary. We've got so much food. And the honey skunk has done what you might expect a skunk to do. Now, one thing to realize there, it's not a bad smell. That is an incredibly caustic vapor. It would melt us. It is not fun times. Don't mess around with that. It's very easy to think, oh, it's just a bad smell, but what's that going to do? I don't think my character actually gives a damn what things smell like. And then they probably don't. Well, actually, they probably do, but you know, it doesn't affect them in any, you know, seriously negative way. However, ooh, the honey skunk will melt you apart. Segmented mirthworm. Glistening barrels of silvery flesh stuff shudder in ecstasy until they tear into two. Pause in a moment of reprieve, then resume their rapturous dithering. And then this is a leech. Okay. These things are... they can be a little bit of a pain. You can kill them fast enough, but if you don't, it becomes a problem. Don't be near the honey skunk when it does that. No, Cthulhu, move away from it. Cthulhu, move away from the honey skunks. Yeah, thank you. Honey skunks are dangerous. Let's let that vapor just kind of disperse a little bit. Right, there we are. You alright, Cthulhu? Let's have a look. Yeah, you're fine. Good old Cthulhu. Why do I even worry about you? Okay. Nothing much seen yet. Looks like lots of blood over there, though. Yeah, nothing much over there. So way north. Bloody pool of water. Take out more of these. There we go. No reason for you to do anything crazy. Skunk, thank you. More of the multi-segmented worms. And there we are, gained another level. We're now level 8. We've gained a new mutation point and more skill points. Truly marvellous. Alright, not bad at all. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do with all of these points? Could put it into this. I could go for Siphon Vim. I mean, I'm never going to get this high enough that I can just use it with impunity. I might actually save up my mutation points, honestly. I don't know. Maybe getting that a little bit higher. No, I don't think so. I think we'll save it up. If we save up for Cleave, it would be quite nice. Carbide Chef. Whenever you gain a level and 5% of the time you explore a new map, you become inspired for 2 days. While inspired, your next time you cook a meal by choosing ingredients, you get a choice of 3 dynamically generated effects to apply. You create a recipe for the chosen effect. Oh wow, really? So I would actually be making my own recipes from that point on. That's rather awesome. Spry, no. Bow and rifle. I get steady hands, draw a bead. Don't really use long range attacks enough. Self-discipline might be worth waiting for. Or dual wield. Honestly, dual wield would be well worth us waiting for. I'm going to start saving up my skill points then for that. I think that would be a better place to put my my time and energy. Okay, we've got... ooh! You finished the step travel to Red Rock of the quest What's Eating the Water Vine. You receive 50 EXP. We haven't gone to Red Rock, but we have effectively found what's been eating the water vine. It just happens that that particular mob spawned elsewhere. It's a bit of an interesting one there. It seems that completion of that quest is attached to finding a Gershling rather than actually going to Red Rock and finding one. Black ooze drips from its fangs to its pallid leg things. It shudders in a primordial ecstasy and lets out a shrill whine that pierces your skull. This creature receives +1 to its hit and penetration rolls for each other swarmer beyond the first who is adjacent to its target. It's an average fight. Nothing I particularly care for, though. Let's try and kill them. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't tell me we've lost. Oh super dear. That is really not good. Let's just wipe these things out while we can. Take you out, please. I guess I'm going to let you approach and then kill you here, because then I'm not going to slide everywhere. Please don't tell me that they are dead. Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu, I need you to kill turrets for me. Hello. Let me just wipe all of you out nice and quick like. There we are. There you are. Why did you go up there? Come this way, you silly. Cthulhu, you had me super worried there. Like, I mean genuinely very, very concerned. Go forth. Slay the thing that is shooting me, Cthulhu. Oh, sorry. You already killed. Oh. Wow. Wow. I now have tinkering bits. Hello. Go ahead. It's chain gun turret. It finished him off, it did. Oh, that's rubbish. A lot of good things there, as you might imagine. Oh, that's the risk of being in ruins, unfortunately. I thought Cthulhu could take anything on. It appears that I was mistaken. Gravely so. Alright, I'm going to have to decide how I'm going to try and approach that area. Because taking on that turret by myself, significantly less likely to work. There's seed-spitting vine shooting at me. It's not actually that troublesome. Yeah. I mean, it has done a little bit of damage, but I should be able to just rest through it. Unfortunately, Cthulhu had all of my equipment in terms of my food. Charred corpse, two-handed steel longsword, leather cloak, engraved slender leather cloak. Ooh, we got a book from there. Let's have a look at this. Corpus Chalice. Note to reader. Page 1 of 7. The following is a record of known afflictions, their symptoms and cures, which I have compiled from logs and personal notes I authored during the course of my 40-year tenure as physician and apothecary to the farmstead of Cardis. Abbot Urium of the neighbouring monastery of the illustrious Heart of Chrome has agreed to instruct the monks of the scriptorium to reproduce this text for posterity. The reader who finds use in these notes is indebted to him. Very well. Let's begin. On Ironshank, the leg bones of patients stricken with this disease of unknown origin remain in a state of perpetual calcification. The afflicted patient will complain of aching joints and restricted movement as the rate of the bone growth accelerates. Once the disease is fully blown, the bones will harden and grow at an advanced rate. The untreated patient will suffer increasingly restricted movement until the bones are fused together at the hip, knee and ankle joints, and the patient is rendered immobile. This process takes between 1 and 2 weeks. Ironshank may be suppressed in its early stages with common remedies such as yuckweed or honey, though the more potent elixirs of the eaters are preferable where available. Once the disease is fully blown, the patient begins to lose mobility. Gel, made from desalinated amoeba slime, is the only effective treatment I've discovered. The patient should be administered a draught composed of 1 dram of gel and 1 dram of asphalt every day until the leg joints regain their full range of motion. Ugh. The Moon King Fever. This is probably the most bizarre of the afflictions I've encountered in my 40 years as a physician. Moon King Fever is a brain disorder characterized by an unwavering belief that the victim is the king of the moon. All 12 of the afflicted patients who I've treated experienced identical symptoms, burning fever and accompanying fever dreams of the moon, followed by hyper-emotive facial expressions, delusions of grandeur, and a disregard for self-preservation. There are no known treatments for Moon King Fever. The prognosis is madness, followed by glorious feet inducing death. Glorious feet induced death. Wow, okay. On glot rot. Glot rot is an affliction characterized by necrosis of the tongue. Judging by evidence gathered from my patients' accounts, I place the disease's origin within the cavern of Golgotha, where victims most likely contracted it from the putrid spawn of Agolagut. The afflicted patients will complain of soreness in the throat as the tongue tissues begins to swell. Within a week's span, the muscle will soften and start to decompose. The patient will experience severe pain while ingesting food or drink and may agitate the last of the raw, living tissue, causing the mouth to bleed. Over the following few days, the tongue will rot in its entirety, rendering the patient incapable of speech. Common remedies, yuckweed, honey, are sometimes effective in reversing the necrosis if they are administered in its early stages. Once the tongue is completely rotted away, only the scarce ubernostrum tonic will cause it to regrow. However, simply injecting the tonic will merely regrow the tongue, which will proceed to rot away once more. The patient must first ingest a potion called the Flaming Ick, 1 part sap, 1 part blood, 3 parts honey, and drank from a flaming mug or canteen. Once the patient's mouth is purged of the disease in this manner, the ubernostrum tonic may be administered. That sounds disgusting. On fungal infections, I've observed several varieties of symbiotic fungal infections on patients who've come into contact with spores of brooding puffers. Mercifully, puffers seem to thrive only in the dense fungal colony of the eastern jungle and the occasional fungus-rich biome. Characteristics of each infection differ, but all types of symbiotic fungi colonize a region of the afflicted's body. The colonization takes 2 to 3 days to complete, during which time the patient may report itchiness of the skin. The deformation and sensitivity that result once the full affliction takes hold tends to prevent the donning of clothing in the afflicted region. Fickle gill. In cases of fickle gill, infection culminates in the formation of fleshy spores bearing gills in the colonized region. Upon certain stresses, typically under bodily harm, the gills flex and release a cloud of spores numbering in the thousands that shower onto adjacent parties, ostensibly protecting their host. The rained spores, in turn, colonize their new hosts, rating this disease among the most contagious. Glow crust. The appearance of frosty, luminous nodules characterize this colony. As is always the case with symbiosis, the fungus does seem to benefit from its carrier by coarsening the skin and providing some protection from the elements. Some patients report gratification in consuming the edible horse shrooms that sprout from their skin. Accounts vary according to the personalities of the afflicted. That is... Ugh. You're eating the mushrooms that grow on you, my lord. Mumble-mouth. The colony of filamentous vermilion seems to incubate a living tissue that resembles human lips. The lips pair together to form tiny mouths that tessellate and infect the infected region. A saliva-like sputum gets frothed up from the dermal base and forms into bubbles that pop when the lips spasm and purse. Each pair of spasming lips flagellate each other to produce a sort of speech like a mumble. Even more curiously, the mumbling across the cluster of mouths occasionally coheres into intelligible words or phrases, suggesting the colony is able to reproduce sounds from a collective memory. That actually sounds kind of crazy and interesting. Wax fab. The last page. This species of fungus secretes a fatty wax that dries into a protective cast. While it insulates the encased appendage from physical harm and electrical current, patients report sluggish response times, and the infected flesh is susceptible to liquefaction when heated. In fact, habitual body heat tends to melt the inner layers of the cast, trapping a few drams of molten wax between the skin and casting. Occasionally, this milky broth leaks out of the cast and onto the ground. The treatment regime for all fungal infections is the same. First, an antifungal cream must be concocted from gel, desalinated slime, and putrescence. The patient then consumes a raw segmented earthworm corpse to stimulate intestinal immunity. Within 2 hours of ingesting the corpse, use the spray bottle to apply 1 dram of the concoction to the infected skin. And there we have it. We now know more than we would ever really want to know about that. Engraved slender leather cloak. Let's have a look at this. Engraved on this item is engraved the scene of the life of the ancient Sultan Dasei. In 437, Dasei won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Quark at the bloody Battle of Kiwa, though he lost his prized wedlock's foe, Fungidaura, during the course of the conflict. As a result of the battle, Kiwa was so rife with bad omens that it was renamed Weighted Badlands. We've actually seen that one before. This item weighs less than normal. You know what? I'm going to equip it. And the reason why I'm going to equip it is because it goes onto a slot that I had nothing on. Our back slot. And we are now a little bit better at dodging. How marvellous. There are some bedrolls here. A boar corpse. Cave spider corpse. And a Naphtali forager who is hostile. I think you need to die. I will take your club. I'm going to have to fight a bear by myself now. Did you just break my null worm skull? You... No, you didn't. Whew. I think the nullworm skull actually protected me from this. You know how that gun killed Cthulhu? That gun is a gnat by comparison to the terror that is a slumberling. Don't mess with them. The fact that they live up to their name is a blessing. Do not wake them. I've had like level 12 characters die to slumberlings before. They are rather annoying, to say the very least. Now, if I go in this direction... I really want to try and get Cthulhu's gear back, but it's going to require that I go somewhere really stupidly dangerous, isn't it? Yup. Of course I could try. I wonder if it's even possible for you to beguile a slumberling. I'm not sure you'd ever really want to try, really. But that's going to be where we wrap up this episode. A bit of a long one because we decided to read that book. Or rather, I decided to read the book. But I liked reading it. I hope you did too. But that's going to be it from me. Rip Cthulhu. You served us well for a long time. I really want that stuff. So we may try and get it and then probably die. We'll see. Maybe we'll survive. I mean, I've got all sorts of good things. I'm hoping. Maybe. We'll have to see. But we may be able to get in there and... if nothing else, do a bit of damage to it before having to run away. But that is going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.